know.
I know.
Share the show.
I know.
We going to YouTube yet?
Just like I was saying. It's a good old Thursday time now, boy. And girls. Boys and girls.
YouTube.
Sit back and relax now.
I don't see the Facebook. I don't see the Facebook. Oh, I see your Facebook. So now we would want to share.
Are we live?
We're going, yeah.
Ah.
So start sharing.
Where's the share?
Remember, sharing is caring.
There it is.
See what I end up doing is copying it and then posting it online and then. Hello.
Number 2.
こんにちは。それでは木曜日。それではどういう意味ですか?
Yeah, man. Exactly what he said. Check this out, man. Check these beats out. Oh, whoa. Yeah, it's my boy Jake. Oh.
I'm gonna do that same funk that thing in A.
Hey.
Work on that closing, have a nice simple right? Yeah, welcome to the show. I'm Mike Ruggiero, your host of Theory Thursday. Jason Thomas, the co-host. Say what's up, man.
Hey, everybody. Thank you again for watching. We really appreciate it. I'd like to take this time to thank our sponsors. Iconic Guitars, Mad Hatter Guitar Products, Guitar Tune-Up San Diego, Kurt Megan Strings, Taylor Guitars.
Yeah.
Occasionally, yeah.
They are sponsored.
And also, Mr. Dave Wright, Cthulhu in Chief, SWR Video Productions. Also want to remind everybody, please go to that YouTube channel, click that subscribe button, hit that subscription bell, and also like, share, and subscribe. Also, our website, TheoryThursday.com. Check that out. We have iconic guitars, Kurt Megan Strings, and a plethora, I did say plethora, plethora of things that you can buy. Do you know what the plethora is?
Tell me, Jefe, since you are using the word, I don't know, I wish I could recite that exact
Pretty
dialogue.
close. Do you know what a plethora is? And thanks for watching, guys. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Jason. Very excited. Awesome show. Thanks for hanging in there. We started a little bit late, but hey, you know, it's all good, man. I'm excited to welcome a wonderful modern blues guitar singer-songwriter. He is a kick-ass musician. He's sitting right here. Check him out. His name's Jp Hennessy. Yeah, man.
What's up, Mike?
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's also a unique, it's a little bit of a unique episode. We met at your gig. Our dear friend Jake Nager plays drums in that band. What's that band called?
That was the Jp Hennessy band.
That's the Jp Hennessy band.
Yeah.
And ironically enough, we had Jake playing the opener tonight of the show tonight. You can also,
Yeah. So that's using the Jake Nager beats. He was cool enough to send them over to me and try them out.
Fantastic.
Try it out.
What was that? That was a Jake Nager beat, right? So
Yes.
yeah, we can't change those tempos.
Yeah, that is.
And
that
we
is-
won't change those tempos. All right, fine.
Yeah,
Anyhow,
Coastal
man.
Living. And that is, you can find that at your local record stores and also online. That is Dirty Money Breaks.
Is it? Yeah, you forgot. No, we have a copy of that.
I
You got
do.
a copy, Dave?
I have a copy. I forgot to bring it. Next week I'll
Well,
bring.
You know,
physical.
Jake's playing tonight?
He is.
Where?
Yeah.
Carlsbad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
His band,
Yeah. Whoa, I don't know.
The Moment of Truth.
One of his. No,
No,
I
not
don't-
that one.
no.
Oh.
The Dudes?
The dudes.
The
The Dudes.
It's the dudes.
The Dudes.
Yeah. That works.
Huh, I'm not familiar with that one.
Well, it's one of 70. So.
You know,
It's one of 70 bands that he's in.
I usually start the show with into the guitar, but since we're talking about the beats and Jake playing in the Jp Hennessy band, that particular groove, maybe, do you find some parallels with your songs, what Jake has learned, as opposed to maybe what Jake does to your songs? Was there some similarities?
For sure. It's funny, actually, because he and I joked as we were learning this material for that show that you met us at. And there was one song that he put up on Facebook. I was like, dude, that sounds just like one of the ones that we're playing, like almost the same chord progression and everything. But he complements the songs very, very well. Did a great job.
Cool, great.
Yeah.
He's a
Phenomenal drummer.
great drummer.
And he
I was like, what am I going to play on that last groove? I don't know what to do.
He's the chameleon.
that's the thing. His styles are so versatile that he can play pretty much anything well. And that's what's very cool.
And speaking of style, what? Let's talk and let us all know about Jp Hennessy Band. What style of music is that?
I would say it's definitely what you could call modern blues. There's definite soul influence in there. There's elements of rock in there. I used to be in a rock band, so I think that still carries through. What else is in
Speaking
there?
of used to be, mind if I stop you right
Yeah,
there?
yeah,
Let me
yeah.
let's dig a little history on you real quick. So seize that thought.
Yeah.
Used to be in a rock band. You always been playing a long time. You got an accent going for you. What are you, Irish?
A little bit.
Oh, you bitch.
So can you describe a little bit maybe how you started?
Yeah.
Just for, summarize it.
All right. Started playing when I was 16. A little bit late, but got into it. Started writing songs at the age of 16. Joined a band called the Voodoos.
Cool.
When I was in my 4th month of college studying music.
Ah.
And
But
where-
as I
where
was
that?
there, I realized, wait a minute, this isn't what I want to do. 'Cause
Where would you study music?
I was in London. And I was in my 4th month, and my brother had just joined a band, the Voodoos. And they were living out in Spain. And Radiohead's manager, Brian Message, just so happened to be in the bar that they were playing. The first night my brother filled in for their drummer, who was just after leaving.
Oh, really?
And he said, hey, I like you guys. Come over to my studio and let's record an EP.
Wow.
4-track demos. So my brother went over with them. They recorded, I think it was 3 or 4 tracks they did. and he's like, yeah, we need another guitarist. I was like, I'm in. Didn't even think about it. I was like, get me out of college, I'm in. I want to go tour, I want to go live the dream, let's do it.
What guitar were you using back then? Different guitar, obviously, maybe?
What was I playing then? I had a Fender Strat back then, not this one.
Okay, fine.
Not this one, it was a
So
Fat
carry
Strat.
on, let the story commence. I'm always particularly wondering what guitars at that era.
It always
I
changed.
find it important for you.
It always changed. And this is quite a story. I joined the band in January 2011. And we moved to my mother's house in Donegal in Ireland.
What was the name of that city?
Donegal, and it's not a city, it's far from.
Okay.
Far from any civilization. It was in the wilderness. It was like out there. You want to say...
Is it a town?
No.
Okay.
It's not even a village.
It's a road.
So Donegal is a county, and where we lived was a place called Lettermacaward, shortened to Letcher. And if there's anyone watching from Letcher, nice big cheer out to you guys. We lived there for 3 to 4 months, and every single day, all we did was we wrote music and we practiced and we tightened up. 5 of us. We gave up everything to live in the countryside. You know, like when Led Zeppelin went off into the hills and they just got away from everyone.
That's a
and everything.
commitment.
That's what we did.
Wow.
And within 5 months, it was the night after my 21st birthday. We almost didn't do the gig. And the manager of Queensryche, do you know Queensryche?
I love Queensryche.
The manager just so happened to be in this little bar.
Well, which
in Ireland.
Queensryche? The Jeff Tate version?
It was...
Or the band version?
Well, I won't talk too much in this, but it was before they broke up.
Okay, great. Wow, so the Queensryche.
The Queensryche.
Well, good for you.
So the manager just so happened to be in this little tiny bar, probably 3 times the size of this room.
Yeah?
Very small. And she just loved us. So she...
And that was rock?
That was rock, but she caught us on an acoustic gig.
Ooh.
Just sitting around like this, very chilled. And she's like, oh my God, I love you guys. You gotta come over, you gotta tour with us. We gotta get you on the opening act for the 30th anniversary tour. We're like, yeah, whatever. We've heard this before. We know where this is going, lady. We've had a few much to drink. Very next day, she's on the phone. I was being deadly serious. We gotta get you over. Within 3 months, we're all flying over to America, 5 of us, to tour. We ended up touring with Queensryche. And then, my first day
And what was the name of that band?
The Voodoos.
The Voodoos.
Yeah.
Thank you for the Voodoos.
The Voodoos. So we had some minor success. I know you told me to summarize, but I'm kind of going in depth.
No, this is a great story.
I bought a Gibson Les Paul in DC, and our first gig was at the 930 Club.
Nice.
I believe that's in DC.
Yes.
That was our first gig.
Dave knows what that place is.
Famous.
And the funny thing is that she was the manager was all excited about us. She kind of realized the night of, I've never heard these guys play electric. I've only heard them that one night in the bar when I was pretty drunk and they were playing an acoustic. So she kind of had this moment, she's like, I have no idea if this is going to work. And no one had a clue if it was going to Work.
That ship has sailed.
We had no media. We had no,
Nothing.
There was very little to show what it was that we did. But we went
Call
out there.
me crazy, but the Voodoo sounds slightly familiar to me. I don't know.
I think it's got a name. I think it's just it sounds familiar. Might be.
You got maybe a video of some sort? Yeah. Well,
So if you look us up now, or
check the Voodoos
What
out
was us?
while we're speaking of such.
check out the Voodoos. We played the MTV Awards in Belfast to 15,000 people.
Bitch.
Yeah.
There you go.
And,
It's just getting better and better, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Then we all just sort of parted ways, did our own thing. Natural life took place.
Did all them? You stayed here in California.
So I moved to Seattle at the age of...
I like how you're putting chords behind the story.
Storytelling.
to that song as well.
Say, wait, that's another.
If I can still remember it.
Please continue. It's great.
I moved to Seattle in 2011. That's where I met my wife, got married, kids, and started pursuing music there.
You look like you're 24 years old. What do you mean you have kids?
I am 28. 28.
Well, I guess that's a pretty
Same
decent-
age as my brother.
You're in your 20s, man. Good for you.
Yeah.
A lot's happened already.
A lot has happened. Started doing it in Seattle, and I went solo. And that's when I started writing my own music and really kind of getting back to the blues and just sort of more that soulful kind of flair on things.
That's really interesting. Due to the story and your experiences, it has made you change your style of music.
Wow.
Yeah, and guitars.
And guitars.
I had a Gibson Les Paul. I
Yeah,
sold
you
that.
got the Fender
now I got
Strat.
this Fender Strat.
This Fender Strat, here's where we introduce the guitar now. Check this out. This is a great Fender Strat right here. This looks like a custom shop.
It is. Yep.
And we all know how different and how wonderful custom shop Strats play. They are really something. I want to play it just looking at it right now.
You should.
But no, I prefer that you talk to us. How'd you get it? Where'd you buy it? Single ply pickguard? Man, where do I start?
This I got in Seattle just before I moved down to California. Guitar Center.
Yeah, it was a few
And
bucks.
It was
few
indeed.
shekels.
It was indeed. But I had just played a very successful St. Patrick's weekend in Seattle.
Celebrate!
And as an Irishman, you can do quite well on St. Patrick's Day in America. So
Well,
I put all my money into this.
Now that's obvious. That's divisive. That seems to be divisive for you in your career here? Obviously, because he's buying a custom shop Strat. I love it, man.
Yeah, man.
Exciting.
So doing like Irish standards and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Whiskey, or what is it? Whiskey in the Jar, Irish
yeah.
Rover, the Wild
yeah.
Rover.
Can we hear one?
Oh boy.
Please.
I have to put him on the spot with that.
Yeah, that's the point of the
Let's go.
show, man.
Can I do just a verse or a chorus?
Yeah, verse will be fine.
All right.
A little something.
Exclusive, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you know Wild Rover? Do you know how it goes, the chorus? And it's no, nay, never. There's that after the no, nay, never.
Okay.
He did the thing. Hey, leave it.
So we can't
Leave it.
clap,
It's fine.
huh?
No, it's fine. we like the lights out with the
So you
music.
gotta clap after that no, nay, never.
Okay, I'll do it.
And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more. I will play the Wild Rover. No, never, no more. You heard this one?
It sounds familiar. I love hearing the dominant chords in this stuff. I really do.
Yeah.
Please, give me them all. I want them all,
I've been
man.
a wild rover for many a year, and I spent all me money on whiskey and beer.
And Stratocasters, obviously.
Now I'm returning with gold and great store, and I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. There you go.
Perfect.
That was really something, man. Thank you.
perfect.
I almost felt like that was just for me, but it was for you. That was great.
Everybody out there in TV land.
Those Irish songs, man. Maybe it's because I have a few beers in me already.
Is that probably it?
Yeah.
Are
It
you
really
saying something?
translates.
Are you saying? Are you making fun of the Irish?
Yeah, what are you trying to say?
Yeah. What are you
Mike?
trying to say, Mike?
What are you trying to say?
That you guys love alcohol, and when you play music and you sing the way that sounds, it seems to be a wonderful pairing for all humankind.
Just dig it in deep. Just dig.
Yeah?
yourself
Really?
out
Am I
of
digging
the-
deep?
No, you're fine.
I was actually trying to give you an answer. So,
Here's a fun fact. I'm 2 years sober,
There you go.
and I'm Irish.
that is a conundrum?
It's going for a world record.
I mean, not a conundrum.
I already broke it. I broke it after a week.
So now you can actually start taking you can actually claim for more people, more Irish people, collectively.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, I know a lot of Irishmen that
Well, that's
are sober
good.
too.
It's been
so
2 years. It's fine. I'm sure you've noticed some differences. You're obviously very fit.
You know, it's funny because I'm sure that we got a lot of musicians that are going to be probably watching. And that was the thing for me, was that when I started playing music at the age of 16, performing live, I developed the habit of depending on alcohol to get comfortable on stage. My brother and my brother
think
was 2.5
that's-
years younger. Same for you?
Yeah, I think I have that
Yeah.
going on.
And so I definitely struggled with that, especially when we started touring. You know what I mean? It was just like,
Oh,
first
God,
it was
every
like,
night.
yeah. And before you've even finished the set, you've already had like half a bottle of Jaeger, and you're kind of like, what the hell? Where's this going? You know what I mean?
You almost don't care.
Yeah.
You just want something hot and cheesy in your mouth. Maybe another Jaeger.
with extra cheese.
With some extra cheese.
Yeah.
I don't
Black
know.
cheese.
Yes.
Black cheese. Good move. Touche. I like that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your album a little bit. So
Sure.
you have an album out,
Yep.
and where can people find that?
That is on Spotify. It is on Apple Music. It is on everywhere.
Cool.
Google Play. But
Anywhere where music is
wherever
sold.
you Google it and you find it.
You can find it.
Yeah.
You find it.
Yeah.
And that album is called?
That is called Positive Negative.
And that is the Jp Hennessy band.
That is Jp Hennessy, yeah.
Just
I recorded
JP
it in Pacific Studios with a very talented engineer up there called Mark. Why am I forgetting his last name? It shouldn't be. His name's Mark. It'll come to me. But he was an amazing, amazing guy to work with. And we recorded it right before I moved here. I think I was telling you outside that that was sort of that last little. It was literally the day I drove down from Seattle to move to California. Right, the day before, I had just finished off the last vocals, and that was it. Just finished in time.
Why did you decide to come here?
We wanted a better quality of life. You know, we wanted to come here for quite a while. My wife lived here for quite a bit. A lot of her family was here.
good.
Her mom moved here,
Perfect reasons.
and then we took a trip down to Carlsbad, which is, you know, beautiful. We hung out in San Diego, Encinitas.
Very
We-
health conscious area.
We're driving all over the coast. We're just like, this is beautiful.
Yeah,
We
cool.
would be crazy not to move here.
And it doesn't rain very often.
It doesn't rain very often, which as an Irishman I totally appreciate. Yeah.
Yeah, from going from Cork, you said, to Seattle, you kind of get the same.
Seattle was an upgrade, and people complain about the weather there, so that'll tell you.
Dave, I'm having issues trying to change the track. Will you go to track 3? I thought, let's just do.
So yeah, let's do one of your songs. No, let's do
Is
the.
it number 1?
Number
First
one.
one. So yeah, obviously one of us.
Let's segue to.
I thought we did number 2.
And what is this song we're gonna be doing called?
We're doing some for me?
Yes, the one with the
B?
the B flat. Yeah.
That was
Well-
the first one I had loaded.
Oh well, then
For the audio.
where's the tune track?
It's
One that we
actually
made.
track 2
Okay.
was Jake's one because we have the instrument track
see.
on.
Okay, well
So the
let's-
third one is Jake's second.
let's do the instrument track because I think we want to play
What do
JP's
you
song.
want?
Yes, the one we loaded up right before the show, right before you
Okay.
changed it. Yeah.
Thank you, Dave, for doing that.
There you go. Whenever you're ready.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just launch this. You ready?
And this one's called.
So you texting over there,
Preface
big
it.
guy?
I'm seeing who's watching us.
Yeah, who's
Oh, yeah.
watching us? Tell me.
We
Talk
got
to me.
Rusty Hudson. Say hey, Rusty.
Hey, Rusty. Rusty
What's up,
Hudson.
Rusty?
Rusty Hudson, he's up in Seattle.
Rusty
Ah.
Hudson. I got a lick for you, buddy.
I used to teach him guitar.
You used
Oh.
to teach him
He
guitar.
has a lot of nice guitars.
Yeah.
He has a lot of nice
He
guitars.
does.
Too.
He got some nice strats.
So he probably will be maybe a little familiar with this combination right here. Did 4 pull-offs and then a cliche. I call that lick the cliche because, or actually here, that's the cliche, but here where it becomes BB King. Just that. That's BB. And then here, wait, what is this one? It's funny how I hijacked the episode. It's like, wait,
Go
it's like
for
we
it.
were gonna
Go for
jam, but now we're doing licks. See, I like that, a little bit of major rub right there on the minor third. Oh! Just a little something. But
Very
this
nice.
this right here. This is actually every morning when I get my coffee, do my little thing. This is a warm up, man. I actually have to snap that in my hands for the day. It's like before toothpaste, man. I'm not shitting you. Actually, I have like compulsive thoughts of playing guitar like right when I wake up.
That's good.
Yeah, I think so.
So you get up straight away. What time do you start at it?
It's
12:30 p.m.
12.
Straight away. Straight away.
Hey, ask
soon as I
Jake
wake up.
Major. Jake called me at 8:43 this morning, but Jake and I usually talk about 9 a.m.
Cool.
And then you go to bed.
And then you go to bed. And then I go to sleep. So what is this? What is this tune called?
Yeah, what's that tune
And
called?
we're gonna find it.
So the one in B minor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Some for me?
Yes.
Should we have at it?
Perfect.
Should.
Perfect.
And then
title.
we're gonna probably launch the beat
I think we were at 88. I'm hoping this is greasy enough. You said it was greasy enough. This is right here on Theory Thursday, Mr. Jp Hennessy. Something for me, baby.
And this is Jake.
No, this is V drums or the
Easy Drummer 2.
Easy Drummer.
It's taken me everything I have. I've given you everything that I could. If I had more to give you, then you know that I would. But I need some for me. I need some for me. I need some for me. I need some. Playing the game of give and take. You took more than you gave. Still I put my head out to reach you. But you don't want to be safe. I need some for me. I need some for me. I need some for me. I need some. Oh, I need some now. I'm willing to testify that I've given you all my life, and now I'm living on my own.
Take it. I need some for me. I need some for me. I need some for me. I need some. Oh, I need some now. Need some for me. I need some for me. Need some for me, yeah. I need some. Oh, I need some now. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. wasn't Jake, but it was all right.
All right. I love that song.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I was really getting in the zone, getting invested, really feeling the terrain, as they say. I don't know. Maybe I don't think we describe songs as terrain, but you know, I mean, I
We do
guess
now.
it's
But yeah, it is not.
reading.
now.
Huh?
I'll use that word from now.
Oh, okay.
Braving the terrain.
Braving the terrain
the
of one
guitar.
song, or just, you know, could even be bass,
So, Mike,
skin flute. Huh.
how long have you been playing guitar?
31 years.
31 years?
30 on 32.
Who are your biggest influences?
Oh, is this a mic interview now?
I bet no
as
one's
well.
ever asked.
That's nice of you. I try to keep it at a top 3, and it's Wayne Krantz, Vivian Campbell, and it toggles between Randy Rhoads or Wes Montgomery. Randy Rhoads usually, because I'm really, you gotta have that. I gotta have like a master shredder in my veins, man. And I'm not gonna say Yngwie. Richie Blackmore, but you're Irishman. He already he takes care of that. So I said top 3, right? Mm-hmm. Hendrix, fine. You got Hendrix, you got Wayne Krantz, and Vivian Campbell.
Okay.
Sorry that took so long.
What are your influences?
Hendrix is definitely there.
Yeah.
B.B. King is definitely there. Have you ever seen the video where he's being interviewed? B.B. King.
Which?
There's
wait.
sorry, that's very vague. Have you ever seen the video where he's being interviewed?
I've seen a few.
And he has a guitar.
He's got a guitar.
Ever see that time he played a guitar?
Yeah. I've seen one.
You ever
of them.
seen him play rhythm guitar?
I forget who is interviewing him, but he's sitting there just talking about how he goes through the scales and he goes through like his expression, where there's always that like.
Look at that. You got it.
Yeah.
I remember watching it at the age of 18 or 19, and it completely changed my love for the guitar. Because before that, I was always listening. Do you know Mark Knopfler?
Yes.
Oh,
Dire
yeah.
Straits. So
That's
he
where I'm getting-
really got me into like playing lead.
Yeah.
I didn't play lead until I was around 17, 18. And it was because of Mark Knopfler that I wanted to learn how to play lead, because I watched him play Sultans of Swing
I was going to
live.
say, was it Sultans of Swing or
It was when he did it live. The 10-minute long version
Yeah.
where he extended that solo at the end, he
Why-
brought it down, and then he brings it back up again.
Well, I notice you kind of go back and forth between fingers and picks.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah,
It's
it's so B.B. King's up there. Stevie Ray Vaughan, definitely.
Wow,
Sorry.
all
Definitely.
big blues players.
Yeah. Stevie Ray Vaughan, Hendrix.
Do you
B.B.
listen
King.
to other exotic forms of guitar? I mean, do you like the jazz or metal or
Yeah.
any of that?
I like the
Stuff
jazz.
out there.
I've never been strong on jazz. To me, jazz, every time I sit in with a bunch of jazz musicians, I feel like I'm sitting in with a bunch of people speaking Latin.
Nah.
You know what I mean? It's like, why am I not understanding what's going on here? It's like, oh, because they're speaking a completely different. It seems foreign to me. It doesn't. I want to be very comfortable with it, but I always feel like I'm very much out of my comfort zone whenever it's jazz. But
I
I
guess
love
it depends on what kind of jazz too.
it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What kind of jazz are
Absolutely.
you talking about? Like around here in town, our friends, the guys that do the standards, the things that are available to us?
Yeah.
Those gigs?
Just the basic jazz. Just throws me off.
Yeah, that's a complex thing. I mean, Jason and I are pretty well versed at rolling the dice. I mean, we both. I like to challenge myself, but it's really funny being humbled too, because a lot of it's attitude. If you don't know the chord progression and you've never played that one chord before, you feel foolish. But then if you've been playing guitar long enough, you know that you can get away with smaller voicings. So it really depends on your experience level. Not that I'm saying that you're not experienced. You're
No,
Experience
I
level
totally
playing,
take it on.
playing,
Yeah.
playing that kind of music.
Exactly.
Playing
Exactly.
into that scene.
Yep.
It does it takes a few
Absolutely.
times to get through.
Yeah. It's not something, because for me, I'm very much an improviser. I never, even with my old material, I don't play the song the same way two times.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It's
relatively
different.
exactly the
Let's
same.
do a
every
cheers to
time.
that.
Yeah?
Here now.
Well, that's just because we forget everything. When
We
do it.
forget
do this.
everything. Yeah, exactly. That's why I had to really quit drinking, because of that.
I think if you're, you play often and you're kind of a intense person, or maybe not intense, if you have the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing, let's just say you're an emotional person, okay? Most guitar players, in my theory, is you become more emotional the more you play. So that being said, maybe that person is going to want to change. They have songs. They have 8 songs to respond to every week. They get to play them 3 times a week. Because that guitar player is an emotional guy and he plays every day, he's probably going to play different solos every time that song comes up. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And I think that's a great thing. I've been in bands before where it is required to play the written thing. And it's, I was like, oh, this is going to be the beginning of the end right here. You know, I fucking almost premeditated it just by the thought. And then you start acting on it.
Yeah.
And then now there's turmoil in the band. I've been there. It's interesting. Because now you start thinking about, anyhow, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
I caused an argument in the band because I played the song the wrong way.
Wow, your song?
It wasn't, well, technically I didn't write it at all. It was when I was in the band, the Voodoos. There was one particular occasion, we all had a couple of drinks and we were in an Irish bar.
Always starts with that.
In an Irish bar, nonetheless, after the show. And it's amazing I can remember this, but I remember getting up and I feel so bad now because there was this really good fella performing in the Irish bar. He's, you're a good acoustic musician, doing a great job, just playing, everyone really into it. And here comes us, like all, young Irish lads just after a show, feeling all the highs from the show.
Cool.
So we went up
sounds
to him.
great.
We went up to him and was like, you gotta let us get up and play. Like, Queensryche in here, come on, you gotta get us up. And he let us up. And I started playing one of the songs the wrong way. And apparently it caused a fight because it was like, how do you not know your own song? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I've always just been one, like, if it feels right, if something feels right in the moment, you take it.
Well, can you be a little bit more specific about playing it wrong? Like, was it the wrong chord? Was it the wrong tempo? What was wrong about it?
The feel.
You're asking me to remember something
Well,
after
that's all
I
right.
had
We
so
don't
much
need to
to
drink.
Well, I found it to be an interesting...
Well, let's just say he played it wrong and it caused a bit of a ruckus.
I need a little bit more
There's a
information.
slight bit of discord there.
Yeah.
So let's say the chord was... it was this.
And then...
It should go like that, but I believe I went... So I kept...
You kept...
I didn't make it a suspended.
I would have been like, new intro, dudes. I would have been super... I mean, the world we come from...
Well, the world we come from because we forget it. And then we just go with it. And that's usually what it is now.
It's really mostly demonstrated by how many people know your song.
Well, I like
Exactly.
I like
much
what
you
is
had
it?
to drink?
Frank Zappa
How
said.
many Irish car bombs?
Yeah.
Which we don't do in Ireland,
Yeah,
by the way.
Yeah.
It's not a thing.
Is that an Americanized... Okay.
Just because, and it's just because it's got a Guinness and a
pretty nasty.
Jägermeister. Or a Jägermeister.
It's nasty.
That should be like
It curdles in your mouth.
yeah, it's a little weird.
It's not good.
But like, just calling it an Irish car bomb would be interesting. It's a better name because Jägermeister is German. It would be like
Isn't it Irish whiskey they put in?
Is there a lot of car
the
bombings in
Irish
Ireland?
car bomb. Okay, that's right. What,
so.
what am I
It's
thinking about?
Jameson and Guinness.
Oh, there you go. Then never mind.
I've had enough of them. I should know.
Yeah, I'm confused. What's the one with the Jägermeister? I don't know.
Jägerbomb.
Jägerbomb. Okay.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Red Bull and Jägermeister?
Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
For you guitar aficionado, can you say the word for me, please?
Aficionado.
Thank you. For all you out there, we're tuned flat this evening. Yeah, baby.
If you were wondering why.
If you're wondering why it sounds so good, it's because we are. That's so cool because that says a lot about you, and that says a lot about your influences. All 3 of those influences tune flat. Mark Knopfler tuned flat.
I don't think he
Standard.
did.
Yeah, I think he's a standard dude.
Stevie did. Jimmy did.
There you go.
I
2 out of
don't
3, baby.
I think B.B. King did.
No,
Jp Hennessy does.
Jp Hennessy does. This guy does.
Ooh. Well, what's going on? How you feeling, man? You having fun?
I am loving it.
you-
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, man.
Pretty cool.
Are
I'm
you-
enjoying my LaCroix.
That's a tasty beverage.
That's a tasty
felt like,
beverage.
I felt like Sam Adams. Samuel. God darn it, Jason. When he's like,
I'd like to help you out. I don't know.
with the Big Kahuna burgers, he's like, will you pass me the Sprite to wash this my tasty beverage? Remember that whole dialogue?
Oh.
I can't get any dialogue right when I do a god darn movie reference. I'm flustered. Back to
right.
you, Jason.
Back to me. Well, I was just saying that, like, you know.
Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese. But you remember when he asked for the Sprite?
Black cheese, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
For anyone wondering about the black cheese reference,
Oh yeah, that's
this guy,
A lot of people know.
they do know.
Some of our listeners know.
good
Our Patreon patrons got it free when they sign up. So.
Very cool. It's a good song. I like it.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's long.
You wrote it in 92.
92.
92. Do you know how old I was then?
You probably, yeah, I do, because you're about the same age as my brother. You were either 10, 2. Oh.
Born in 90.
Oh. Wow. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm excellent with math. Want to drop a? You guys want to drop a beat?
Which one, Mike?
I don't know, man. Pick one, Dave. Dave's
Do
gonna.
Man Up.
We got
Man
eight.
And it's a Jake Major beat.
Yep.
Beats are supplied. Beats by Jake.
Beats by Jake.
Kind of like a body.
Right here on Theory Thursday. Beats by Jake. That's funny.
Yeah.
You want to start? Or
Oh, yeah.
You want to start?
God, man.
It's going back from the one to the next. We got it.
That's so loud.
No.
He's got it.
Man, what are we gonna play on
You
that,
can only
man?
do
That's
so
a
many
heavy
things.
beat.
Well, let's pick a key. And we'll go.
Is that better? Good?
You got anything on top? E, B flat. B flat? No, I'm kidding. Or if you want to.
What key? B flat?
I was kidding.
Oh. It's not B flat.
That was a fun groove, man.
It's getting a little.
Huh? It's getting a little what? So we're at 8:05. Yeah, we got another good 15. Yeah, man, we got another good 15. That boy's good. That boy's good.
Was good.
You having fun? That was a fun
Check you one.
Freaking using Jake Beats by Jake, baby.
Beats by Jake.
So on the recording, what I almost said what blokes did you use, but that's the wrong country. I'm stupid. What dudes did you use on the recording, man? It wasn't-
Very talented dudes. I had Mr. Darren Watkins on drums. All these guys now are up north, up in Seattle. Phenomenal drummer. I think I gave him a week to learn the material.
How many songs? I think I looked at it. There's 10.
10.
Yeah.
There's going to be 9. And then the very last song on the track is called Trouble. It was actually Darren came up with the beat. I had written that song years before, and it was kind of a 3/4 weird kind of totally different feel. And we had tried different ways in rehearsal to make the song work, and it just was like we just couldn't find the right sound. Darren turns up the day of first day of recording. He's like, I think I've got an idea. Why don't we like do sort of like a dark kind of reggae thing? And I'm like, go on, I'm listening. And then he played the beat and was like, that sounds really cool. And then we did it in like one take, I think, just the first time ever, and that's what came through. And it was just really cool. It was just it totally changed the song.
Real
from what it
heavy
used to be.
verb accents.
Shifted the gears.
Yeah, just completely different. And it's kind of the dark horse of the album. It
Right.
doesn't really fit in with the rest, but it's kind of cool because that's how the album ends. It ends with this kind of dark, like, what the hell was that? You know what I mean?
I'm gonna drink to that later.
We got some questions for you.
Oh,
So forwarded this. James R. Gilmore, one of our
oh yes, of course,
listener,
James.
We
What do you
know
got, James?
I think he's joking. I hope he's. Ask JP if he knows Ed Sheeran.
Who?
Oh yeah.
Ed Sherman?
Ed Sherman.
Mr. Sherman.
He's
That
like,
guy,
ask.
I don't
He's
know.
very,
He's not
he's
even a
very
guitar
adamant.
player.
Ask. All right. I doubt it, but yeah.
I've heard of one or two of his songs.
Yeah.
I feel, I have to admit though, I feel bad for Ed Sheeran because, I mean, I think it's really cool that he made it. Like, he's out there on the streets, he's busking, he's working hard, and he's making that dream of, hey, the average guy can make it. You can actually just make it from playing on the streets. You know what I mean? He's not the best looking, he's kind of, but he still just completely has blown up and is doing very, very well. I feel bad for him because he's getting sued left, right, and center for every single song.
And he's got a lot of shade. Gets a lot of shade. Yeah.
Like,
Like you've heard more than 2 or 3 cases.
I think there's at least 5 in
Wow,
the
and it's
last
probably
3 to 5 years where he is getting
the melodies that he's using in his performances.
Well, it happened to Sam Smith too.
That did, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's one right now where he's being sued for $100 million, I think.
$100 million.
$100 million for a song he already got sued on.
It's
But now
preposterous.
it's another entity is suing him because they heard,
Setting
oh,
precedent. Yeah.
this team won, so we can win now. So.
Oh.
And it's going to be tough because, I started a post on this on Facebook trying to get all the other musicians to interact. I was like, what do you guys think of this? Because it's got to be really hard in pop music. What makes pop music so popular is the fact that, hey, it's
Sounds
relatable,
similar.
it's familiar, we've heard it before, right? But there's only so many combinations that I feel are eventually going to happen before every song you will just be like, hey, that sounds like 10 other songs that I heard before. And I'm not even talking about the obvious chord progressions that are used over and over again. I'm talking about those rare pop songs that are just going to start getting reused and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, I just find it interesting.
It
Have
is-
you given any thought to
Yeah,
that? Like,
it
where
is.
is it going to go in, say, 50 years?
Well, it's also the thought that it almost seems like everything's kind of been done, we're going to things. So especially in pop music, I'm with you on this subject. But yeah, it's like I think but before the precedent was it may sound similar, but if you have you can't really copyright chords,
Yeah, exactly.
right, or any particular progression, but it has a lot to do with melody. And if there's I think it's 4 or 5 notes joined or something for a specific melody is like that, then it's
Do you find those laws fair?
relatively, yeah, I think so. But it depends if it's a blatant, I think the Sam Smith one was an interesting case for
How many notes was that? 13,
That was
14?
almost something, because it's Tom Petty.
It is
right?
the chorus.
But it's the chorus, I won't back down,
Really?
but it's
I'm not even aware of this.
Stay with me,
Is it
cause I won't back down.
Oh
It's
my God.
But
Is
it's
it-
yeah,
is it
stay.
blatant?
It's not, it's,
It wasn't until it was
It wasn't
made
until
known.
made
And then you're
known,
like,
but-
oh yeah.
but you can do
It's such a different song. You don't hear it.
It's
but-
a different inflection, and it's not the same word. So it's not intentionally doing
Same
it.
thing happened to the Verve. You two
No.
sank that ship.
The verb was different. That was
That
completely
sounds like the same thing to me.
different. No, they sampled the
They
sound.
sampled, right?
Yeah, they
And that's
sampled
different.
the freaking boom boom cat, the opening to.
For as creative as they are, why the hell would they have
no lyrics,
different
nothing else,
questions?
just that beat and the string section.
I see.
And now Mick Jagger and Keith Richards own that song.
Wow, so that was one
the
hell of an Ed Sheeran rabbit
Yeah.
hole we went down.
But it's cool. I mean,
Thank you, James
he's right.
Gilmore.
Yeah, it's good topic, James.
Good topic.
But it is something to think about because as a songwriter, you're like, okay, I want to do something different, and I kind of run things through the ringer sometimes to see, okay, what's my melody, and if it's enough to change. If it's
I've had to change
homage.
melodies in my songs to avoid it.
It's just like you go and you're like, oh, this is good. I'm like, this is great. This is great. Oh yeah, it's freaking that song.
And sometimes you need a second opinion.
Yeah,
You need someone like someone actually corrected me on one of my songs. They were like, dude, this song sounds just like this. I'm like, nah. And I listened to it. I was like, I have to change it.
A little bit,
I have to change the melody because it's too much like it.
Yeah, or just rearrange one chord or switch it. Yeah, I've done that a few times, just to get that. But especially in pop music because it's
So let's do another jam, and after the jam, let's talk about your illustrious teaching career. Right? Because you talk a lot about melody, and you write a lot of chords, and there's a lot of you get to experience thought when you're making up your own music, and we will talk about that after this next jam. Would you like to do another one? That was really nice, by the way. Another one of your songs? You want to do another Jake beats about Jake, or do you want to try better yet? How about this? Take one of your songs and put it to a beat.
Let's try that.
So let's talk about. I guess if we listen to a beat, that might subserve
Inspire
some ideas off your catalog. Mr. Dave.
You want me to play some?
And I
got Guantanamo.
Guantanamo Baywatch.
Guantanamo Baywatch.
Play that darn drum beat, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Oh, this kind of makes me want to spit a few rhythms. Oh, rhythms off the tongue.
Please don't. Please don't. You are like cinnamon.
Yeah. We got to do that. By the way, we're doing that song.
All right.
Baby's running round. Jake, what are you doing, Jake? Ever since that woman left there, that's cool. These rainy blues, yeah, they bring me down. And when I get to California, I'm gonna buy myself a gun. When I get to California, I'm gonna buy myself a gun. Yeah, but you know living never easy. We're living on the run. Go on, Mike. Yeah, I try to love you, baby, with all my loving heart. Yeah, I try to love you, baby, with all my loving heart. But you've been bad to me, woman. You've been bad from the start. going to California, where my baby's running round. Yeah, I'm going to California, where my baby's running around. Ever since that woman left me, these rainy blues, they're bringing me down.
That's it.
That was pretty
Nice.
Pretty darn cool, man. I'm moving to California.
Yeah.
Man, your voice is so cool when you talk like that style, and then the way your voice sounds. It's got a nice. I wouldn't say it's a. I mean,
It's a nice timbre. To
it's
it.
a nice. Thank you, Jason. That was a very good
I
catch.
think it's from
Very
singing
unique.
for so long without having a clue how to sing properly. You just kind of, it's like that trial and error thing, you know what I mean? You just sort of...
Try sing enough songs that you care
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Maybe.
Because I had a totally different voice even just 2 years ago. 3
Really?
years ago.
Like
Just,
how?
it's always changing. Because I just am kind of figuring it out as I go. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Not in sort of the Bob Dylan, like when he, completely changed his whole... Remember when he went through that phase where he like...
I don't follow the
I do.
Dylan catalog that much. I
Neither
think
do I.
you would
Sort
know.
of kind of just know vaguely that he like completely changed his voice at some
Well,
point, didn't
he
he?
completely started to.
It's like the 2000s, right?
that what he
Later
did?
in his life.
Well, there was
got enough
he went
support
from like
Later-
acoustic
later-
to electric, and a lot of people got
I
mad,
know
but
nothing.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I know enough.
Commence.
Tell us.
Yeah, well, no, it's just I think it was a lot of things he changed from going acoustic, where it's a lot of, playing the acoustic and bad harmonica and
Like,
terrible
manja.
vocals.
Amazing
What is this?
harmonica.
Yeah.
Amazing. What are you talking
It's
about?
pretty terrible.
Hey man, real quick off the subject, man, because I always do this too. Aside from like butchering like dialogue, I can never get like actors' songs right. So that I'm just gonna ask you real
Actors'
quick.
songs?
Hold on. That it's almost like they're in Target. That show? It's on Hulu or is it on Showtime? I can't remember the
Actors?
damn network.
You talking Superstore?
It's Superstore.
Okay.
Okay.
See, I'm trying to find it.
What?
No, that's
What?
the main actor.
No, he's not the main actor. He's next to, the Ugly Betty. Ugly
yeah.
Betty's in that.
Yeah.
So the male actor.
Yeah,
He looks like him.
not really.
Who?
I don't know
think
his name.
That's
I
the
forget
thing.
his name
I
too.
apologize. I don't know his name.
What was it
I'm
from?
just the Superstore. It's a great half hour.
It's a funny show. I don't see it though.
I like the
I think
manager.
if I had to compare him to, we're trying to do comparing actors. Is that comparing?
It's either hair products or actors, man. What do you want? Want hair products?
Sure.
Okay. He wants to change the subject now, Jason.
Nah,
So-
makes sense.
I wore a hat to avoid that subject.
Yeah.
Well, you are Irish. Is this of Irish representation?
Yeah, I got this in Dublin.
That's suiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't always wear
Make sure
it.
eyes stand out.
Good. Irish eyes are smiling. You know that
Irish
one?
eyes are smiling.
When you're
Yeah.
yep.
Somebody just said you're playing Rancho Bernardo Inn on Saturday night.
I am.
Wow, we got people plugging Mr. Jp Hennessy. You know what?
Who said that?
Doug Schaefer.
Doug Schaefer.
Doug is a cool guy.
JP Hennessy is being plugged by people on the comment threads. I love it. That's great. So this Saturday is going to be a fun
This
gig.
Saturday, yeah. Nice chilled acoustic set at the Avant restaurant in Rancho Bernardo Inn.
And it's an acoustic set. So what kind of acoustic do you play? Speaking of, did they share?
You know, I used to play at Godin. You ever played them?
Those are great.
Good
man.
ends, yeah.
And somebody stole it
Oh, man.
in January. So now I play a Taylor.
Ah, even better.
My wife's guitar. Whose guitar is this?
Similar situation. This is my girlfriend's guitar. Yes, it's a great guitar.
It's very nice.
It's easy on the eyes. Goes with it. Matches my brown eyes.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I don't.
You feeling the cheese, man? Hey, speaking of being a ham sandwich, ham and cheese sandwich.
Ham and cheese.
Yeah. Kind of good. It's kind of funny, actually. I mean, being described as a ham, and then it's cheesy.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with the Taylors?
I know, right? Well, Taylor is really cool to Theory Thursday. They are in collaboration with us. They share the show once a month, and we branded a title show called the V-Class Rumble. Jay
about their-
Parkin and I
based
came
on
up
their
with
new-
Jay Parkin from Taylor.
Their web guy.
Their web guy came up with that, and we facilitated it and put graphics to it and a whole intro and situation.
Those are their T5s.
These are the T5Zs. So they Jay's also, hey man, you don't have to have a V class. Let's switch out the guitars. So
Yeah,
now
the V class is their new design for the
acoustic
bracing.
guitars.
Okay.
Has more resonation and.
Very nice.
These are great. You want to try one?
Sure.
Yeah, man, let's try one out.
Do it.
They sound cool.
Try it out.
You got
Try it out.
and these cables that you're
don't
using.
pop,
These
right?
are
Those are Mad Hatter.
Those are Mad Hatter. We're gonna be
one of our lovely sponsors.
we're gonna be putting out a Theory Thursday is gonna be putting out a 6-foot. Well, I guess I'm putting out a 6-foot, but I'll probably rep it as a Theory Thursday product. It's gonna be for sale on the TheoryThursday.com.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually have a website. We have things for sale.
That's what I did mention.
And there's going to be a new cable for sale on the website. It's the 6-foot teacher. We're really proud of it. 5 different colors, and it is for the taking a guitar lesson, recording music, or practicing guitar. A cable, a 6-foot cable, short proximity, no spaghetti. No spaghetti in an Italian household. What am I talking about, man? Getting crazy.
You talk about macaroni.
Macaroni. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the black T5Z. You know, it's something. I've had this guitar here for a couple weeks, and my good buddy Hav is over here. You know what he noticed? Look at the headstock. It's got that sexy wood grain cruising through.
Yeah.
Dave, can we get a little close up on this? On the T5T, you know, it's kind of a bummer. It looks a little
So
dirty.
it's pretty cool because it's mixing that hollow body sound, you know, and there's multiple
Little grain.
pickups in there.
You sound like a cowboy right there. You can see a little grain now. Ha ha! Jp Hennessy playing a T5Z. Listen to those tender licks. If you put your eye closely on the headstock, you can see a little bit of grain. Ha ha!
That's good.
little. Was that not really a Taylor commercial? It's more like a blurt.
It's more like a Mike.
Very nice. Oh, God.
These are really nice.
They are really nice. Very
Real
hi-fi
nice.
sounding. That one sound like Lenny.
Very clean.
Yeah, nice. Killer, man. I love that song. Cool, man.
These are super nice.
I like the first 2 positions quite a bit.
So what do these do here?
Yeah, there
Oh,
you go.
yeah.
You got a little guide there.
All right.
A lot of fun, man.
F-sharp shit.
It's almost
Thank you, JP.
my little
man.
child girl.
That's fun stuff, man.
Sorry.
It's like, what's
that you?
going on? I was like, shit, is that me? I was like, I'm not even using my limbs right now.
Also go for Seinfeld too.
So yeah, you're going through these pickup selections right here. You know, it's a trip, dude. When you go to the middle selection, that's their hidden, well, I guess it's this the humbucker, and I imagine there is a different humbucker that's underneath. I wish I could explain it, brother. I'm just wondering, is that really how it's going on?
Nice squawky little tone right there.
Very twangy.
Is that your
Nashville.
third position?
Some chops.
Had to transfer.
Thanks.
That's awesome, dude.
I need to learn what you did.
I don't know what I was doing. These are super nice. They're so versatile in sound.
They do. You know, going back to like position 1 and 2, one's parallel, one's parallel, one's series. And I personally really love the chime. I was doing Theory Thursday, I think 2 weeks ago, and in the intro during that 59-second countdown, I was really listening. You know, later that evening, I always listen. I'm like, God, that really sounds like an acoustic guitar, but plugged into a 100-watt amp, I guess. And it just had this more like a hybrid tone.
Yeah.
And I was just digging it.
Mm-hmm.
I was just really digging these two positions. I gotta probably get a little louder.
Yeah. Very versatile sound. I love it.
It has there's a high end there, there's a chime, there's a high fidelity.
Yeah, man.
They're cool. I really like these, and they're also like a smaller version of their T5.
Yeah.
Have you ever played the T5?
I don't think I have. Or maybe in Guitar Center I may have picked up one.
You know, it's a really cool difference between the regular one and this one. So yeah, you know, we're having a great time talking and jamming, but we're at the very tail end of our episode.
We've been going for an hour and 10. So.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much for sticking in there and
goes
watching.
by fast.
We wanted to talk a little bit more about Jp Hennessy and his guitar teaching abilities. He has taught guitar for many years. You want to say a little bit of something about that? You know,
Are you still teaching guitar?
I have one student. One student left. I love teaching.
Good.
The thing
great.
I love the most about teaching, there is something that teaching can bring that not many other things can, and that is. Do you teach?
Every day.
Do you teach?
Except Sundays.
I have.
You have taught? Have you ever had? So, one of the greatest things, and I'll always remember it. And I'll remember it's up there with performing in front of 15,000 people at MTV Awards. It's one of those great feelings, and that is, just last year, I used to teach this girl up in Seattle, and I think she was about 7 when I taught her. And I taught her for about a year or so. It was a lovely, lovely family. They're just the sweetest family ever. They still come to shows. The husband and the wife were actually down here last year in California, and they came to one of our shows. The best feeling was that mother reached out to me 2 or 3 years after I stopped teaching, and she reached out to me out of the blue just to say, "Hey JP, just want to let you know that Ella still plays music. She plays now, she's playing the ukulele, and she still will talk about you. She'll still talk about your lessons.
That's great.
And your influence is what has really motivated
impacted her
her
life.
to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do know
And
what you mean.
I wouldn't even say I'm the best teacher, but
It doesn't
just that.
matter.
That is enough for me.
That's a gift.
That actually made me cry when I read it.
That's
Like I had
great.
tears in my eyes. I was
Tear
like,
up in
that
my
is like.
Kind of grabs you by the feels.
It sure does.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Well,
that's
good for you.
what I love the most about teaching, is that you're making a positive impact on someone's life. You know,
Yeah, it goes a long way with people.
it does.
Lots of good karma built into that.
Yeah.
So that brings us to next week. We will commence this lovely episode with Mr. Danny Fang, metal extraordinaire, guitar sweet master, shred man. Yeah! And we're going to yell at you, do some more yelling at you,
Yell
probably
at you.
next week. I had a lovely time. I know Jason did, and Dave. Jp Hennessy, guys. Great musician, great person. Look for his records.
And then, we'll find the records. So let's just make the rundown.
Yeah, do the rundown,
Your gigs
Jason.
coming up. You've got the one at the Rancho Bernardo.
Yep.
Anything else coming up?
I can't think of anything off
That's
the
okay.
top of my head.
Well,
There's a few coming.
so your website, you've got a website?
Yeah, if you find me online, find me on Facebook, and I'm regularly posting about gigs and stuff.
What's
like
your
that
website?
jphennessymusic.com.
Okay, I'll put it in the comments section.
And for the
you.
album, Spotify and iTunes.
And that album is
Music.
called
Positive Negative.
Positive Negative.
Is most of your audience on Facebook like us?
Yes.
So Facebook is the existing platform.
Facebook and Instagram.
Instagram seems to be #1 right now.
It is indeed.
I don't Instagram, so
You don't?
That's okay.
I will. I just started to twat.
It's a twat.
Twit.
That's
twit.
great.
Twit. Twat. Is that how you say it?
That word. That's an awful word.
Isn't that what it's called?
That's so funny, dude.
Isn't that what it's called? Twat. Twit.
It's like my least
Okay,
favorite
enough.
word.
Is that,
It's my least favorite word, twat. It's sort of like onomatopoeia. It just sounds
just
like what it
onomatopoeia.
is. You know what I mean? It's just. Ugh.
I don't want to put my mouth on that.
Whoa, what are you talking about?
Well, just
on the Twitter.
Hetero
I
face.
just started a
On the
Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah.
You tweet.
a twatter. Say, man, you started it.
Isn't it past tense though? Like, sorry, never mind.
Isn't that great? You see that? It's all
it's
wrapped up and just
Past tense, right?
got plot. Please.
Do tweets, but if you
I gotta pee. Let's,
tweet it in the past, isn't it tweeted? I don't know. I'll get off it.
Remember last time I
Anyway.
did this whole pee thing and made myself look
Okay.
real bad?
We'll get done. So I'll post the website in the comment section.
Thank you.
And feel free
yeah.
to chime in and monetize
Yeah.
the thread on Monday. The Theory Thursday takes a nice. It sort of like sets sail over the weekend.
Yeah, there'll
Okay.
be
And
people
will be
asking you questions, and you get to. Some people will have questions.
Where
for
do you buy your
as
hat?
well. Yeah, where'd you get the hat?
You know,
How do you get your
like,
skin
"Buy my
looking so
records."
good?
Says he's
You know,
like free hat with record.
yeah. But no, so we'll put the record. Go get the record, yeah.
Thank you for having me on, guys.
Oh, and it's
anytime.
a pleasure.
Thank you.
We'll
lot of respect
love to
for
have
you,
you
man.
back.
Awesome. Thank
Love
you.
to have you back. Had a good time. tonight.
Definitely.
And I guess we'll wrap it up. We're going to go back to the top beat.
I don't know.
that we
What
did.
would you like to do?
That's what we're going to do. We're going
Okay.
to go to the top beat so we can stretch
like-
out the legs. A little bit of.
You don't know how
this thing.
how happy this makes me feel.
Yeah.
Because
Easy
on previous
drummer.
episodes, I used to have a beat
Easy
buddy.
drummer, right?
I'm the one always
Easy
choosing
drummer.
the beats.
Yeah.
And it was always up to me. Now they're kind of getting involved, and I'm like, so what are we gonna do?
Awesome.
I get to take a
So-
little break.
I like that.
Concentrate on you more.
So yeah, thanks guys for watching another great show. Thank you, JP, for coming in. I had a blast. Really appreciate it.
JP Hennessy.
Check out our words from our sponsors: Kurt Mangan Strings, Iconic Guitars, Mad Hatter Guitar Products, Guitar Tune Up San Diego, SWR Video Productions, and Taylor Guitars. You guys are switching. Are you guys going to switch back to the other guitars?
That's up to
or-
you, man.
Let's keep
Let's
these.
keep these. All right, I will capo my bass.
Dude,
Anyway, yeah. So go to our website, TheoryThursday.com.
I don't know if I can allow
find
that.
Find some
I know.
cool. It's ridiculous, but I'm going to do it anyway. Yes, go to our website. Go become one of our patrons, and you have like
Yeah,
a direct link to us. We can talk to you, and you have a thing. Although I don't know why you would want to talk to us, but we can. Also, I think that's it, Mike. What else do I got to do? Any more business?
just don't use a capo.
I'm going to use a capo. I'm going to put it right here,
Discredits.
just so I could do it.
Discredits
yeah.
almost everything.
We,
you're saying.
we can play in a sharper flat. If that
That's not.
feels better.
I'm just messing around. Put it right there. I think the sheer ridiculous nature of this is
the Ed
why,
Sheeran ridiculous.
the sheer ridiculous nature of this is kind of the point that I'm doing.
Careful,
yeah,
you
no
might
more
get sued.
explaining yourself, Jason.
I'm not.
I'm just- hey, man.
I think it's great. Dude.
I'm just it's rarely
It doesn't
impossible
work.
to put him in these situations, and I failed. So
Yeah, I don't. I got.
you're like, I'm not embarrassed. I didn't say anything dumb either.
Dude,
Shut up.
I am dumb as a board. But anyway, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. We can't do this without you. Yeah, that's it. Let's go.
Beats by Jake, everybody.
Yes, thank you, Jake
No?
Major.
Oh,
Easy
No, this is Easy Drummer at the
Okay,
end.
well-
but thank you, Jake, for
Yeah.
letting us use your beats.
Thank you,
We're gonna
Jake.
do it better.
Thanks, Jake.
And more and more. And if you guys want to pick up that, that's Dirty Money Breaks. I'm assuming, is that what it says? Yeah.
Dirty Money Breaks.
Yeah, and you can find that at your local record stores here in San Diego. You can also order the records from Jake and just look it up online, JakeNature.com. So. All right. Let's hit it.
Are you starting it? Am I
You got to start.
You can start it, Dave.
Dave putting the beat.
And let's avoid A minor at all possible.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
We've been
I
an
mean,
A all day.
anything else?
E flat.
D.
D.
All right.
Mr. Jp Hennessy and Mr. Jason Thomas and Mr. Mike Ruggiero and Mr. David Wright and Mr.
I changed my mind. Let's do E.
I can't say Mr.
E.
anymore. I'm trying to get all the Misters out.
We should get an E.
Little-
Get some
Okay,
open
cool, man.
strings in
I
there.
like E.